Hi guys, I'm just starting part three of or the third section of The Secret of Light, which is Omnipresence, the Universe of Being, part three. But I wanted to show you the pictures because I'm sorry, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to figure out how to share a slideshow. So I'm just going to show you the pages actually. And I know some of these date back to a couple of chapters ago, but I just want to share these because I don't know how else to share them, and I haven't had time to look up how to do it. I'm sorry. I've been between work and my jewelry and everything else, it's been busy. But figure one, symbol of love extended from rest to motion. Figure two, symbol of power extended from rest to rest. Figure three, the radial universe. Figure four, God's projection mirrors of action. Figure 5, mirror planes of reaction. Figure 6, the explosive action. Figure 7, simultaneous reactions. Okay, get this in the light. Figure 8, sequential reaction. Figure 9, all action is omnipresent. Figure 10, repeated explosions meet. Figure 11, repeated explosions compress. Figure 12, the 8 two-way directions of force. Figure 13, the cube. That's pretty self-explanatory. And the sphere. That's pretty self-explanatory. Figure 14. And here's the platonic solids, which he calls all crystals are cube sections. Okay, but that's the platonic solids to me. And also, let's see where. Okay, and then there's this one. Figure 16, the mystery of gravitation and radiation. Okay, and then let's see. Sorry, my camera is all over the place. Let's see. Figure 17, x plus 0 equals 0 minus x. Oh yeah, here's figure 18, basis of motion. Figure 19, equal opposite potentials. It's just like a car battery, basically. Figure 19 is. And then, yeah, we covered this one too. Figure 20, balanced interchange between equal conditions. That's the one I was talking about last, I think. No, I covered this too. I mean, I covered this chapter. Okay, or this part of the chapter. Figure 21, symmetry of the cube, AB static equator, CD dynamic equator. Figure 22, interchange between unequal opposites. Figure 23, curvature increases. Here's the bar magnet one that I talked about. Figure 24, equal interchange. Space, matter, the way it moves. Equatorial, it moves outward and expands. And yeah, oh, I'm not even going to try to cover that. But figure 25, A and B interchange between unequal volumes. Okay, so that's that. Let me move on to the next page. Let's see. Figure 26. That's figure 26. Figure 27. Matter is formed between opposite poles in waves. Then we have figure 28. Curvature increases as potentials divide and multiply. Like the dynamo type thing. And then, let's see. Hang on a sec. Okay. Okay, so here we are where I need to begin again, but here is the diagrams we're going to cover for this part of the chapter. Figure 29 is north, like looking down upon north. Figure 30 is looking south, the south view. Okay, so we're going to talk about this pretty soon. Figure 31, the division and multiplication principle. Figure 32, east-west. Figure 35, light comes from darkness and darkness from light. 33 and 34. Okay, so I'm going to start back over here. All right. The two opposite electric directions. The universe is dual, the still magnetic universe of reality and the dynamic electric radial two-way universe of illusion, which extends from the static universe at an angle of 90 degrees. In the dynamic electric universe, there are two directions, inward and outward radially from a still point of magnetic light to still planes of magnetic light. All motion within magnetic wave fields is controlled by the Creator. Figures 29 and 30, which I just showed. For behold, I am within all things, centering them, and I am without all things, controlling them, from the Divine Iliad. The inward radial direction is north, the compressive direction of gravity, which multiplies potential by compressing light waves radially into smaller volumes of greater frequencies. The outward radial direction is south, the expansive direction of radiation, which divides potential by expanding light waves into larger volumes of lesser frequencies. Figure 31. The two directions of the static universe are east and west. They are static because they are spherical. They follow curved planes of unchanging equipotential pressures, such as the contour of the Earth or Sun, or of the orbits of the planets or floating clouds. East and west do not oppose each other. Each arrives at its own starting point without change of potential. Figure 32. North and south, on the contrary, diametrically oppose each other. They are constantly changing. They seek opposite directions, each passing through the other in opposite spiral lanes, each interchanging with the other as it passes, each voiding the other through that interchange, and each becoming the other because of it. Figure 33. East-west spherical planes form the axis of light waves from which the dynamic universe extends its gyroscopic wave radially at amplitudes of 90 degrees, and also its other gyroscopic octave tones at the varying degrees of pressures where the elements of matter are formed. East-west spherical planes are also the fulcrums of wave levers which curve gravity as they pump high potential into low to expand solids into the gases of space, and low potential into high to compress light waves into the solids of Earths. Incandescent suns of white-hot light are born from cold black darkness, and cold dark space is born from white-hot suns. All suns are generated into incandescence by two black rivers of evacuated light which flow centripetally inward toward their still centers by the way of their poles. Conversely, darkness of space is radiated from two incandescent rivers of white light which flow centrifugally from sun's equators. And here I'm going to show you this picture too. It's the next page, figures 36 and 37. These are the four arms of all spiral nebula, formed as two pairs of opposite interchanging with each other to become the other two. The two black arms belonging to gravity and the two white ones to vacuity. Figures 36, 37, and 38. Here's figures 38 and 39, just so you know. The four rivers of light, kind of like the Enlil on the NOAA website, that, Enlil, kind of, what do I want to say? It's like I can't think of the word for it right now, but it's like a rendering of what the solar wind and the solar force coming into Earth. It's like from CMEs or solar wind from coronal holes, like high speed solar wind. It's like the Enlil rendering kind of thing. I don't know the proper word. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, that's what that reminds me of. Figure 38, the four rivers of light. It reminds me of Enlil. And it's funny that they name it Enlil because that's like the Anunnaki thing. Anunnaki. Enlil was Enlil and, Enki. So anyway, that's interesting. But there's some meaning behind that, I'm sure. But anyway, I digress. I'll continue here. Okay. This electric universe is curved. Motion is spiral. Where motion ceases, curvature ceases. Cleavages between wave field boundary planes of crystals separate them into their individual crystal forms. Motion cannot pass through those planes, for there is naught but stillness there. Motion is repeated in all wave fields by reflected extensions from wave field boundary planes. Curvature is imperative under such conditions, for opposed pressures resist each other, and each must bend to the other to find passage for its own expression of force. Motion and curvature simultaneously begin and end when opposition begins and ends. 0 in Figure 9. Each wave field is like a separate projection machine in which its own curved motion picture universe is dually projected upon its self-measured zero screen of space. A in Figure 39. The incandescent sphere of light which centers its pictures the forms of desire in the measure of desire for manifestation. See also Figure 38, the four rivers of light. That's what that was. Okay, so I'm going to show you these three figures from the next page. Figure 40, the six wave field boundary planes, the universe of projected motion, 41. And Figure 42, light rays are parallel when passing through planes of zero curvature. Okay, so those are the three there. And here's the next three. Figure 43, light rays are radial when projected through spherical planes. And Figure 44, no two vertical lines are parallel in this radial universe. AA static equator. And Figure 45, which is rain falling vertically forms cones. Okay. Sorry. I had to look at that. Okay. The curved universe consists of lenses and mirrors of light which reflect, bend, curve, concentrate, and decentrate light into its countless forms. Any action anywhere is repeated everywhere by and through countless mirror planes of wave fields and the lenses of space, figures 40 and 41. Concentrated spheres such as the Earth and suns are surrounded by layers of light of equal pressures. Clouds float around the Earth in them. The reason they float in curves parallel to the Earth is because of these spherical equipotential planes of pressures which curve as the Earth curves. Curved pressures of light act as lenses to multiply and divide light radially. Light rays, which pass through curved planes, concentrate toward a point when projected through light lenses of space in the convex direction and decentrate when they pass through the concave direction. Figures 42 and 43. Gravity and radiativity are accounted for by this fact. Every object which falls toward the earth falls radially toward its center because of this fact. No two men who stand upright in balance with gravity stand parallel to each other. Lines drawn through the feet and head of any two men standing in either hemisphere would form a cone with its base in the heavens and its apex at Earth's center. Rain falling vertically from a cloud falls conically. The area of the base of the cone in the cloud is greater than its conical measurement on the earth, figures 44 and 45. The electrical potential of rain increases as it falls because of the multiplication of pressures by the lenses of light which surround the earth. For the same reason, a man weighs less as he ascends a mountain and regains it when descending. Light lenses subtract from his potential by multiplying its volume, while he ascends, and multiplies it while he descends by subtracting from its volume. Curvature of light wave axes by contraction or expansion between planes of zero curvature is the cause of all pressures, all pattern, all of the attributes of matter, such as density, tenuity, melting point, brittleness, conductivity, and countless other effects, which are voided when curvature ceases in planes of rest and wave field boundaries, or in points of rest around which motion rotates spirally. And I'm going to stop there because my battery's about to die, but I'll make another video soon. But thanks, bye.